Imagine a land where the sky has turned to brass. The ground is cracked, looking like a broken mirror. People are packing their bags. You hear the sound of suitcases zipping up and the engines of old trucks idling. This isn't just a Bible story. This is the reality of many today. In Genesis 26, the Bible says there was a famine, not just a little food shortage, but a systemic collapse. For Isaac, the pressure was personal. He was the son of a legend, Abraham, but legends don't fill empty stomachs. Isaac was facing the Japa temptation. Everyone was heading to Egypt. Egypt was the London or America of the ancient world. It had the Nile, it had a steady economy. Isaac thought, if I stay here, my children will starve. If I go, I survive. He was at the border of Gerar, 1 foot out the door, when he heard a voice that changed everything. God appears and says something that sounds completely illogical. Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land where I tell you. Can you imagine the conversation Isaac had with his wife, Rebecca, that night? Honey, why aren't we moving? The neighbors left this morning. God told me to stay. Stay? In this dust? In this recession? This is the hardest part of the story. Staying when it's easier to run. But here is the lesson. Your location is not the problem. Your connection is the solution. God promised Isaac, I will be with you and will bless you. Isaac had to choose between the visible security of Egypt and the invisible promise of God. He chose the promise. He unpacked his bags. Then Isaac did something even crazier. The Bible says Isaac sowed in that land. Farmers don't plant in a drought. It's a waste of seed. People probably mocked him. Look at the son of Abraham throwing his last grain into the dust. He's lost his mind. But Isaac wasn't just planting seeds, he was planting faith. While others were hoarding their last bits of survival, Isaac was investing. For us today, sowing might mean starting that business when the exchange rate is high, or learning a new skill when you just lost your job. But Isaac did more than sow. He dug. He looked for the old wells his father Abraham had dug, wells that the Philistines had filled with dirt. Dirt represents the dead ends of life. Isaac had to clear out the debris of the past to find the flow of the future. He didn't invent water, he rediscovered the source. Then the rain didn't come, but the harvest did. How? Some scholars believe Isaac used irrigation. While others waited for the sky, Isaac worked the ground and tapped into the underground water. The Bible says he reaped 100-fold in the same year. In a year where everyone lost 50%, Isaac gained 10,000%. He became so rich that the Bible says he continued to grow until he became very wealthy. But success brings a new problem: envy. The Philistines, the people who had stayed in Gerar but didn't sow, became jealous. They didn't want his water, they just didn't want him to have it. They blocked his wells again. They told him, "Go away from us, for you are much mightier than we." Isaac could have fought. He had the men and the wealth, but Isaac was a man of peace. He dug a well, they fought him for it. He called it Esek, contention. He moved and dug another, they fought again. He called it Sitnah, enmity. How many of us stop at Esek? How many of us give up because the system is against us? Isaac kept moving. He didn't let the haters dictate his worth. Finally, he dug a third well, and this time there was silence. No one fought him. He called it Rehoboth, saying, "For now the Lord has made room for us." Rehoboth is the place where your gift finally finds its space. It's the moment the struggle ends and the flourishing begins. The story ends with the king of Gerar coming to Isaac to beg for a peace treaty. The very people who kicked him out now wanted to be his partner because they saw that God was with him. Are you in a Gerar right now? Does it feel like the famine will never end? Don't go out of God's will. If He told you to stay and build, stay. Clear the dirt. What old wells, talents, dreams have you allowed the world to bury? Dig them up. Expect the Rehoboth. Don't get bitter at Esek. Don't stop at Sitnah. Keep digging. There is a place of room waiting for you.